1,911,844,000,000, 1,000,000,000,000. This money is too much for me. 1,000,000,000,000. I hope that is out of the record.
Now let's get serious for once. To be very frank, it's actually no news that President Bola Tinubu addressed Nigerians. Obviously, our hopes were dashed. Because when I listened to the words of President Bola Tinubu, to be very frank with you, I was very disappointed. Why was I disappointed? It's simple. The words of President Bola Tinubu did not resonate with Nigerians. The demands of Nigerians were obvious on the internet and everywhere. And I expected more than what he said. Anyway, before I give you my full thoughts about the words of President Bola Tinubu, let's jump right into hearing from Rufai Useni, who is an Arise News journalist and has addressed this issue from his bedroom, giving his insight as to what the errors are in the speech of President Bola Tinubu. He went ahead to school the APC government and President Bola Tinubu on things they actually need to know.
It's not everybody that you should call a leader. A leader is the man that is ready for a level of accountability. That's who a leader is. When people are not ready, to be accountable, they should never be called leaders. The problem with Nigeria today is we have a lot of people that will never be accountable in their own internal lives, and they want to be called leaders. So you start to have a problem. There is no how, there is going to be a disconnect. People that do not know anything about accountability, those are the people that are leading us. And that's why society is the way it is today. So number one important ingredient, a leader must be accountable. A leader must stop selfish interests. Very important. A leader must stop selfish interests. The question is, a society where the leaders are more concerned about their own interests over the interests of the citizen, that society will never grow. A society where the leader upholds the interests of themselves over the citizen, that society can never grow. A society where the leader thinks of their own welfare over that of the people, that society cannot grow. A society where the leader sees the people suffering and he and his people are showing an optics of enjoyment, then the society cannot grow. A leader must be the number one person that is constantly ready to sacrifice for the next generation. A leader must be the number one person that is constantly ready to sacrifice. If you have a country where the leader is accountable, where people are hungry, the leader too must be hungry. When people are hungry, the leader must also be hungry. You can't have a country where the leader is feeding fat and the people are hungry. Because the leader, the day he became the leader, he has decided in his mind that the welfare of the people will be his number one priority. The welfare of the people will be his life work. So there is no how if people can be suffering and the leader will be happy. There is no how. And it's not just about the leader saying that, oh, I care about you, you must be able to feel it and see it. If you are not seeing it and feeling it, then the word of the leader does not match the reality of what people are facing. There must be a way where what the leader is saying is matching reality. The leader must constantly match his words with reality, not empty promises. If you know you can't do it, don't deceive people. Don't deceive people because you want something from them and you deceive them. Don't deceive people. Don't say things you can't. If you know you cannot make their life better, don't tell them you can make their life better. As a leader, you must be very careful because your word is a bond. And if it's not well channeled, it can cause chaos. If you cannot make their life better, don't deceive them. The greatest disaster of a leader is saying things and not doing them. When a promise starts to linger for too long, it becomes lies. So as a leader, when you said the same thing you said last year, and as at this year you are still saying the same thing, you are still making it as a promise, and you are not doing it, people cannot trust you. And when they don't trust you, your word can never be meaningful in their eyes.
All right, guys, so let's jump right into some of the reactions to President Bola Tinubu's speech. Benson said, I'm Kenyan, just watching from Nairobi. Whatever your president is saying, just know that power belongs to the people. And Jonathan said, who else noticed Baba stretch his neck at some point and see clearly what he was reading from a projector? Abubakar said, the man reminded me of my literature teacher in my secondary school days who always come to class and read novel endlessly when we were all exhausted. And Vic said, my pain now is that I don't understand single thing he said. We also have a reaction from Call Senator said, how did all this nonsense you said solve the hunger problem in the country? Reduce house rent, reduce fuel price, etc. And Kano said, Nigerian has entered one chance. We have another reaction from Tolu who said, apparently he was forced to come out and address the nation. What did he say about cutting the governance and bringing the price of petrol down? Clueless government. And we have Matthew who said, my vision you have that has brought hardship. Any vision you have that has brought hardship, pain, and hunger to Nigeria is no longer a vision but a political oppression. We have Ifoma who said, I beg, when did this president become a newscaster? And we have Harry said, sir, so long as the price of petroleum and foodstuffs remain very high and the exchange rate is over 1,600 to $1, nothing you say or do will matter to Nigerians. And Cypher said, all we want is a Nigeria where all Nigerians are proud to call themselves Nigerians.